Hey guys, my name is Kristen. Today I'm going to show you how I did this adorable animal print nail art. So I have already pre-prepped my red iguana practice hand with the Notpolish universal tips, and I'm going to go ahead and put some Notpolish monomer in my dappen dish. This dappen dish can be found in my Amazon storefront if you want to check it out. I just have all my favorite supplies I've found on Amazon. The color we are going to use is Notpolish Peeky Nude. I have been using Peeky Nude a lot lately, so I guess you could say I'm a little obsessed with it, but it is one of my favorite nudes. So for each nail, I'm going to go in with 3 beads to start with. Each nail, if it needs additional beads to even it out or build up that apex, I go ahead and place them, but I do start out with those initial 3 beads and see how close I can get with that. My room was a little chilly this day also, so it is taking my acrylic a minute longer to set up, so I do have a little bit more time to work and play with them. But it does start to warm up and get a little bit easier for me as I move on throughout the nails. I don't know why I had the air conditioning so low. It must have been really hot or whatever, but yeah, my room was a little icebox. And for anybody who was wondering, the brush that I'm using is a Notpolish brush, and it is in the size 12. I will go ahead and let you finish watching the application, and then I will jump back on at the next part.
Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you.
Quiero ser el hombre de tu vida, tener niños y estar en un altar. Tu belleza, eso no se me olvida, ni tus besos y tus chistes al azar. Quiero ser tu amor tuyo. Contigo yo me siento en control. Quiero ser tu amor tuyo. Besándonos a la puesta del sol. Me conoces súper bien. Tú me viste y te subiste al tren. Todo vale contigo, hasta nuestros amigos se enamoran de la forma que nos ven. Enamorados somos dos. Mami, te lo digo, tú eres mi abrigo cuando va el sol. Con tu amor, esas nubes grises se vuelven color. Yo con tanto frío, tú me das calor. Listo para vivir contigo primavera. cuánto sabíamos alguna vez. Se daría este sueño de estar en pie al lado de la que amo, la que más adoro, la que me ha impregnado su amor en mi piel. Tu amor, esas nubes grises se vuelven color. Yo con tanto frío, tú me das calor. Listo para vivir contigo primaveras. Por favor, toca mis quién eres la mejor. De esta hermosa saga soy el escritor. De vivir contigo estas primaveras. Quiero ser tu amor tuyo. Contigo yo me siento en control. Quiero ser tu amor tuyo. Besándonos a la puesta del sol. Quiero ser el hombre de tu vida. Tener niños y estar en un altar. Tu belleza, eso no se me olvida. Ni tus besos y tus chistes al azar.
You said that you needed me like a cargo, you will carry me. I just hope you know my depth, even though it makes no sense. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lightning, don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run on me leaving this mark?
So all of my acrylic is laid. I'm going to go ahead and file and buff off camera just because it's so much easier for me with the practice hand to do it off camera. There are plenty of videos I have that show my file out routine on the Watch Me Work ones. I'm going to go ahead and lay out all the gel polish colors that I'm going to use on a palette. As I use them, I will go ahead and name what they are. 3 of them I do have white mixed with them to tone them down, and I'll let you know which ones those are. So underneath the area that I'm going to do my ombre colors, I am going to just go ahead and do a little base coat of white just so that those colors pop a little bit more, and go ahead and give that a good 60-second cure before I apply my colored gel polishes.
Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run on me leaving this mark?
So the first color I'm going to go in with is M100 by Notpolish Hot Lime Bling. And the second color that I am using, that I'm ombreing that with, is by Madame Glam, and it's Fresh Water. Now the Fresh Water is just straight, and the Hot Lime Bling I have toned down with the white. So pretty much I put Hot Lime Bling on the one side, and then the Fresh Water on the other, cleaning my brush in between. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and swipe in the middle to kind of blend them together, just real lightly over it. Go ahead back and forth, whichever side needs a little darkening up, until I was happy with how it looked, and then I'll leave it be. So when I get it where I want it, I'm gonna go ahead and just take a 3D brush with a little bit of Young Nail Swipe on it and clean up any excess that I went over past that white line. The brush that I'm using to apply the gel polish is just a gel brush that I have, and it worked really well for it. I am going to go ahead and flash cure each one because I like to stick my finger in my art. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure I flash cure it into place so I can move on to the next nail, starting with that same freshwater blue. And then the color that I'm gonna ombre with that is also by Madame Glam, and that one is called The Only One, and that's a really pretty purple. And I use the same technique, and then I'll flash cure it and move on to the next color. After the purple, I'll do the purple on the next nail. So every nail has the same last color as the nail before it, and then a new color. So I will use the purple on the middle finger, and I will add the pink to that. And the pink that I'm going to be using is Floris, and that color Floris is another one that I went ahead and made more of a pastel by adding some white to it. The purple is just straight out of the bottle. There was no white added to the purple.
Oh yeah, ¿qué tal si algún día nos vemos? Y me acuerdo de esos instantes, si dejáramos el pasado y esos besos, pero los dos nos amaríamos como antes. Es que no es la realidad, pero si fuera verdad, creo que me parará todo ese dolor, pero no me llevará a donde yo quiera estar sin una imaginación.
On the pointer finger, I'm going to go ahead and start out with that pink by Madame Glam, and then I will add to that the orange, which is Issa Party by Notpolish M11, and that is one that I added the white to also.
Baby, ya me voy, es duro que tú me trates como todo y dejas cicatrices. Tiene que doler para sanar y cerrar esta herida, y se siente vivir cuando no estás, pero así es la vida, baby, tiene que doler para sanar.
Once I have all the colors how I want them, I'm going to go ahead and cure all of them in one shot in the big curing lamp, and I'm going to do that for a full 60 seconds. Moving on to the animal print, I'm going to go ahead and use my dotting tool, and for this I kind of really had no real strategy. I just didn't want the colors that were on that nail in the animal print portion, so unless it was a color on the opposite side and it really looked totally different. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a couple of dots of each color, just alternating colors, and some of them I make touch, some of them I leave freestanding. But I just went ahead and placed them around each other, tried to make them round-ish but squiggly, and I'll go ahead and cure those for a full 60 seconds once I have all of them in the position that I want them and I'm happy with them, and then I'll move on to the next part.
I might go too fast. I don't care about those limits, 'cause I want this to last like nothing ever lasts before. I might go too fast. Suddenly I feel so rich, but I don't know nothing. Oh, I can't let this slip, no. I gotta seize the moment. Have you even noticed? I'm thinking about me. I'm thinking about me. I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So thinking about me, 'cause I've been thinking about you.
I know it's looking like a real circus mess at this point, but trust the process, bear with me, we will pull it all together.
'Cause I know that people get scared sometimes.
So I did happen to notice that a couple of my colors had flooded over and hid some of my colors, that I had on there that were touching. So I just went back, touched them up real quick, and threw them back in the light for another 60 seconds. Next, I'm going to use my favorite gel paint from Profiles Backstage in black. I do have a discount code with Profiles Backstage. Help you save a little bit of money. I will drop that code down in the description box along with my Amazon storefront. But what I'm going to do here is just go around once again with the squiggly lines, kind of following the outline, making it squigglier if need be. And most of them, if space allows, I try to do 3. But if only 2 fit because it's near the side, that's fine. But I will go ahead around each of the spots doing that squiggly line. And then I will go around and just add some more dots and lines just to add a little bit more to the look. And you will see me go back a little bit later. Some of them I wanted to do a little bit longer squiggly lines. So I went back and enhanced some. So you'll see me jump from hand to hand a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and let you watch me do the black part of the animal print.
Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Cause I've been thinking about you.
Quiero ser el hombre de tu vida, tener niños y estar en un altar. Tu belleza eso no se me olvida, ni tus besos y tus chistes al azar. Quiero ser tu amor tuyo. Contigo yo me siento en control. Quiero ser tu amor tuyo. Besándonos a la puesta del sol. Me conoces súper bien. Tú me viste y te subiste al tren. Todo vale contigo, hasta nuestros amigos se enamoran de la forma que nos ven. Enamorados somos dos. Mami, te lo digo, tú eres mi abrigo cuando baja el sol. Con tu amor, esas nubes grises se vuelven color. Yo con tanto frío, tú me das calor. Listo para vivir contigo primaveras. Por favor, no cambies quién eres, eres la mejor. De esta hermosa saga soy el escritor. De vivir contigo estas primaveras. Quiero ser tu amor tuyo. Contigo yo me siento en control. Quiero ser tu amor tuyo. Besándonos a la puesta del sol. Yo lo que sé es que sin ti no es lo mismo, amor. No escuchemos lo que digan los demás. Desde chiquitos sabíamos alguna vez se daría este sueño de estar en pie al lado de la que amo, la que más adoro, la que me ha impregnado su amor.
Once I'm happy with all the placement of the black dots, I'm going to go ahead and cure it for a full 60 seconds. I might wanted to have done 2 minutes because as you can see, when I do this pinky, I don't know if I didn't have the pinky all the way in or what, but I did get a little bit of smudge. So I will go ahead and cure that whole hand for another 60 seconds just in case. So you'll see my pinky go matte before the rest of them. But yeah, I didn't want to smudge them all. So it was very minimal, not bad. But with that black does take a little bit longer to cure. So, you know, lesson learned. I'll go ahead and give that a good 2 minutes the next time. The matte top coat I am using, as you saw me hold it up, is Matte by Notpolish. And I am just going to go ahead and make sure I'm pressing it into that design real well, just because all those gel polishes and paints are a little elevated in those areas, and it helps to smooth it out a lot. So I believe I did do 2 coats of the Matte also. But that will finish my set. I hope you love this set as much as I do. I'm going to go ahead and cure these for 2 minutes. And then here is the final video. I'll go ahead and post the picture that I'm going to post on Instagram also. But once again, I really appreciate you guys watching. If you could please like, share, and subscribe. It helps my channel out a lot. I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.